Here's your drink.
I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at you.
Excuse me?
I just came into the Leopard for a quick drink, and I've seen some lovely gnomes in my life, but you are stunning.
My name's Nymphina. What's yours?
They call me Tadger.
Nice to meet you. I have to get back to work now.
I understand. But if you have a minute after your shift, I'd love to tell you what happened last time on the Incorrigible party. Yeah, I think our plan was to follow the river that comes into town that had this black, gooey type substance in it, and the water was very low level, correct?
That's right. As you lift it, you actually kind of see the slime. It almost as if it's like absorbed into the rabbit as it kind of slowly starts to disappear from its fur.
Huh.
Interesting.
Rabbit's still dead?
And as you hold it up, its hind legs, once this slime is completely sucked into it, its hind leg, one of it starts to twitch. So, Shaft, you do find a set of 3 prints. Very quickly can put together that, you passed 3 travelers on that bridge a day ago.
And those travelers, I can't remember, were they human?
They were human, yes. And you actually also do find signs of a campsite. There's a small kind of circlet of stones and some charcoal wood. And so you guys you easily jump over. You do notice like the prints. It seems like the prints they just didn't even bother jumping. Like they just waded right through this. As they continue, and you can continue following them and the river on now this northern side of the bank here.
They didn't do a bunny experiment.
They
so.
didn't jump. They didn't jump the black liquid part.
No, it seems like their prints they just had waded through.
So if Bryn notices that, then she's going to be on extra alert for some sort of weird human.
Fall's turn as well. I'm going to be keeping an eye out now. I'm a bit worried if these people walked right through that.
Hi, Tadger. I'm glad you came back down now that my shift's over.
And now the adventure continues.
Who just walks through the black liquid, guys? That's so crazy.
Bryn worried?
Yeah, I'm worried. Who just walks through the black liquid? Obviously, they didn't kill a bunny and put it in the water and see what happens, so I'm kind of expecting, like, rabid black humans to pop out of anywhere at this point. Pay attention, Gozer, alright?
Gozer, pay attention.
Okay. Thanks.
I pull out my axe, and I'm going to be carrying my axe now.
Okay.
As we go along.
Uh-oh, roll 20. We got a map, kids.
So you follow another few miles here, an hour or two, and you follow the riverbed to this large opening in the side of one of these hills. As it seems that this river kind of turns into what looks like it goes like underground to become an underground river here. And the mouth of this opening is, the width of the river here. It's kind of narrowed a little bit to about 35-ish feet, and the opening itself stands 20 feet. It's quite a large opening. And kind of peering inside of it, about 50 feet in, you see this large, it looks like a huge wall, as if it's carved out of stone. From where you're standing here, I don't know. You guys haven't quite moved into this opening yet, I assume. No light in here, but it looks like there's just kind of long, like 10-foot sections that run like from top to bottom to top of the height of this thing. Kind of these 10-foot segments that seem to be like overlapping each other as kind of form this structure. You can tell kind of where the overlaps, like where like the seam would be. A little bit of water is kind of leaking through, and that's clearly, what is leaking through is what has now become this stream.
Is it black or water?
It is, again, like a mixture of the two.
So it's sort of like a dam that's inside of the mountain that is from one side of the river to the other that is holding back the water, and whatever trickles coming through is both water and black ooze.
That's what it appears to be, yeah.
Okay.
If I take a step back and just survey the mountain looking up and around, are there any paths or like things that look like another cave entrance further up the mountain or the hill? Or
Why don't you make me a perception?
I would like it to do a perception looking for like a door.
Like on the dam itself?
Yeah, like a ladder. I don't know.
Sure.
it's a 5 for
12.
So Falsey, kind of looking around these hills, from your vantage point, this hill that the river cuts into, it's quite tall. It's like upwards of 100 feet or so of elevation here, and it's kind of in amidst like this cluster of like-sized hills. And from where you're standing, you don't spy any other types of opening anywhere nearby. So, Bryn, kind of peering at this dam, you do notice the surface of it is clearly very slick.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging down from the very top of it is a rope.
Is it covered in black goo?
It's from where you're standing. You may need to get a little closer to fully
Okay.
kind of inspect it.
Hey guys, I see like do you guys see that? There's like a rope hanging down, like right in front of this big wall here.
Oh.
I think I want to get a little bit closer.
What's it connected to?
I can't tell. Like, I think I need to get a little closer. Do you guys care if I go carefully? You know, I'm not gonna dip myself in the black goo or anything, but I want to see if, you know, with my ring of jumping or anything, I could potentially pull myself up. Is there like a top of the wall that I could see right now?
So this wall is quite tall. You know you could not reach the top of it with a jump. You would
Without the rope.
You would have to climb the rope. It looks like it's about 30 feet tall.
But there's like a landing that I could, you know, crouch on and look over.
You from where you're standing, you can't tell.
Okay. Do you guys care if I go?
But
get
the rope
closer?
is connected to something. So.
Well, let's go to... Are the tracks for these guys we were following, does it look like they went over to the rope? And
They do lead into this opening and kind of up to the rope. So up to the rope.
so the rope's on the outside of this cave?
That's
and
right.
then,
It's
Yeah.
on like your
Yeah.
guys' side.
So it doesn't look like they went into the water and up to this dam inside. They went up this rope.
No. The rope is hanging down from the side of this dam.
Ah, I see.
Do you guys care if I, you know, I'm
Rick,
pretty
go.
sneaky. I could
Go!
I'll go sneak. All right, I'm sneaking. All right, so I'm gonna sneak up to look closer.
All right, make me a stealth check.
I get to roll 2, but it doesn't help when they both roll low. My top is 15.
Okay. Are you getting like right up to this rope, or how close would you like to get?
No, I would like to be. You would know more than I, like how close I need to be to see where the rope attaches, if it's covered in slime. See if I can sort of see a top of this wall.
So you get within maybe 30 feet of it, kind of creeping along, and you do distinctly see these tracks have led into here now, and kind of around where this rope is draped, like, you know, kind of coil up on the ground here. That it's like this shuffling of tracks kind of around it, right? And the rope does look like it is wet. It doesn't seem to be coated in the slime at all. And you still can't quite see the top, right? It's like 30 feet above you. And the ceiling of this opening itself looks to be about 10 feet higher than the dam itself. So it's nearly to the very top of this opening.
And now that I'm closer to the dam, do I see any other way in or out? Tunnels, passageway, door?
You don't see anything else on this side of this blockage.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the group and tell them what I saw.
Okay, so it seems like it's pretty safe to walk in there, so let's go back in and take a look at the situation. Hey, you magic guys, any of you guys be able to fly or float up there to the top of this thing?
Not I.
No, I'm afraid no. That is outside of my abilities.
Sounds like we're climbing. So I'll go in. I'll grab the rope and tug on a little bit. Make sure it's not like we're gonna ring a bell or something. And just does it look like it's pretty taut?
So your tug, yeah, it seems to be like it is secured to something.
I'm gonna climb up it.
I'm gonna grab Shaft before he can. So, wait. And I'll take Thuft and I'll put him on the rope. Climb.
Could you all make me a perception check?
7.
21.
7 for Falzern as well.
16.
So Gozer and Bryn, you know, in the Shaft kind of tugging the rope, and then Gozer, you thrusting Thuft at it. From up top, Bryn and Gozer, you both hear kind of the shuffling of feet and what looks to be like movement, a figure moving. Not quite make out what is up there, but like there's clearly something moving up there.
I'm gonna grab Thuft so he doesn't climb and say, wait. Something up there.
Wait, I can make it so we're a little quieter. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Well, before you have a chance to, now all of you hear
Oh, yeah.
this shuffling and movement as this humanoid figure just steps right over the dam and plummets to the ground around you. Could Gozer, Thuft, and Shaft make me a dexterity saving throw to avoid these falling people?
So you say plummet, you mean they just like
They
dive
literally
off
just
like they're
step right over the edge.
17.
straight decks?
As a dex saving throw.
12.
Thuft also is able to just kind of step out of, kind of a few feet back as these things just fall to the ground, and they each take some falling damage here. Wow, that's interesting.
Want to share with the class?
What you see that have dropped before you is what seems to be recognizable still as the 3 adventurers that you had passed now 2 days ago, I guess. And they look like their skin is like all shriveled and like pruny and like waterlogged, and one of them kind of on his shoulder has what looks like almost like barnacles kind of growing and poking up out of its skin, and they look very pale and like corpse-like as they kind of all stand up. And let's roll some initiative.
Yay!
Nat 20 for Falzern.
10.
8.
What'd you say? You said nat 20?
I said Nat 20.
When someone rolls a natural 20, hold on.
I think Barry's gonna come out to play.
The badger comes out. Yes.
What?
Bariad the Vicious. When someone rolls a nat 20 on initiative, Bariad would act as an ally.
Yes.
What anybody does?
They must be within 10 feet of Bryn, and Falzern
Yeah,
is
boy!
within 10 feet of Bryn.
Huh.
Bariad the badger?
Where did that come from?
That's one of the things I stole from Blake Lakely in the box, not the safe. But you knew about it.
We did
Okay.
know about this one.
Yes.
All right.
So, Bryn, from your bag, it just kind of like starts to shake and shuffle as you're like, oh my goodness, and you reach in and you pull out this quickly growing and morphing carved figurine of this badger. And as you kind of drop it to the ground next to you, a fully formed giant badger appears next to you and is ready to fight with you.
My question is, Leland, when he dies, does he become a carving again? And I use
Yes,
him
he
again?
does go back to
Oh,
become a
sweet.
carving,
He's
yeah.
not a one-time use. Nice. Hey, thanks, Falsey. Remember this guy?
Yeah.
You helped me identify him.
I will say this was a very good time to get Barry out of there.
I have a feeling, yeah. The funny thing was, I was reading through my notes just like during this session and was like, what were those items I had again? So like, would you have remembered if I
I would
didn't
have,
bring it
yes,
up?
I would have.
Okay. Because I was like, oh, it's on initiative because we've had critical hits.
Right.
So I was like reminded of it, yeah. Are we allowed to know what these guys are called?
Adventurers.
Barnacle Boys.
Barnacle. There you go.
Yeah, you've just walked onto the turf of a rival gang, the Barnacle Boys.
Got the Magic Boys.
Are they snapping their
Barnacle Boys.
fingers?
They've
Yeah.
had the bunny treatment.
It's like a sing-off on Glee or something.
You've come to a dam.
Dance-off.
Now you're going to die.
I was just thinking, even if we scaled the dam and got to the top of it, like, it's going to be just full of black water. Like, it's a dam.
Okay, Falzarin, you are at the top.
Okay. So I would like to make sure there's a decent amount of distance between me and these guys. It looks like I'm already kind of
10 to 15 feet away, depending on which one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take some steps back away from these barnacle boys. And then I'm going to cast a chromatic orb. And I'll target the one that's closest to Gozer and stuff.
Will that do damage to them?
Well, if I fudge my roll, I could hit them. But that's not going to happen. So I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at the one in the middle, who's right up in their business. That's an 11 to hit.
That is a hit.
Yes. It's a terrible roll. So I'm going to hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere at this barnacle buddy here. And I think I get to choose the type of damage. Let's go with lightning.
Okay.
All right. So that hits, so 3d8.
Nice.
16 damage.
Whew, good job. Okay, Thuft draws his two short swords and is going to make 2 attacks on the same one that you orbed there, Falsey. Both are going to hit for a total of 10 damage. And Bryn.
Have Barry go first. Barry can go first.
You want Barry to go? Okay.
Yeah.
Barry just
See what Barry's
charges
got.
in. Right up next to Thuft. Engage with 2 of these. So these are drowned blades, is what they're called. They're actually from Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Barry makes 2 attacks
Ooh, yeah.
and misses them both.
Are you kidding?
Oh, Barry.
Barry!
Lashes
Can
out with
Barry
his
talk?
badger claws. No, Barry can't talk. He's a badger.
Who cares? Animals can talk. This isn't real life.
He only has an intelligence of 2.
Alright, well.
You said they're drowned blades? Mm-hmm. Like a sword blade?
Yep. Okay, so Bryn, what are you doing?
So the one closest to Barry hasn't been hit yet at all.
That's right.
I'm gonna aim my bow at him.
Okay.
And I let an arrow off. He's engaged, so I get advantage, right?
That's right. Or no, you get sneak attack. You don't get advantage.
Okay. Has he taken a turn yet? Because if he hasn't taken a turn yet, I get advantage.
He has not taken a turn.
So I get advantage.
There you go.
Good thing, because I got a critical fail. My attack roll is 24.
Ah, that definitely hits.
The advantage.
Yes, thank goodness.
Okay. And then my sneak attack now is 3d6 with a d8. Yeah, boy. Or girl.
+4.
My dex is 4.
Well, your dex is 3, but your bow...
Oh, dex plus 1 because my bow.
Yep.
So I rolled 24.
Whew. Nice hit.
So the
Thank
one
you,
on the
thank you,
left,
thank
right?
you. Yeah, advantage on my attack, sneak attack damage.
All right.
Did as good as I could.
Next up is the one that fell right next to Shaft. This one, he kind of looks a little different from these other 2. Maybe a little more deadly.
Wait, the one guy in the corner there?
Yeah.
The one
Okay.
labeled assassin.
Oh, I see.
One on the right. Okay, so the one that hasn't been damaged at all.
He pulls out a dagger and just 2 quick slashes at Shaft here. Ugh, the highest one is a 14.
That won't do it.
And he will use his bonus action to disengage and kind of move away from you guys into the corner, kind of this tuck between the side of this the cave and the dam. And then Shaft, you are up.
I'm gonna follow that guy. I'm gonna pull out my new cutlass to give it a little bit of a try, and my rapier in the other hand. I'm gonna run over there, and first thing I'm gonna do is give him the pokey with a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Alright. 11 points of damage. I'm going to use my bonus action now to put Hunter's Mark on him. And then I will do my second attack. So then, I should have did the Hunter's Mark first, but since I did... So that would be a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
And then I get the Hunter's Mark with this one. And I'm going to go ahead and use Colossal Slayer, since I can do that once per turn also. So that will give me 16 points of damage.
Okay. So now these two blades here, one kind of sidesteps to get closer to Gozer here as his buddy follows. Kind of both wielding these now rusted out long swords as one slashes at Gozer and gets an 18.
That hits.
Ouch.
8 slashing damage. And could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Uh-oh. Oh, that's a 23.
Yeah, girl.
And the second one is also actually going to slash Gozer. This one for a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Only 5 slashing, and could you make another Constitution saving throw?
Oh, that is a 6.
Okay, you have now contracted a disease.
Oh no.
So, chlamydia? What are you talking here?
I don't know what kind of attacks you
And next up is Gozer.
Okay, so I've seen all this happen, and all these people are dropping down and attacking, and I'm just like, where'd they come from? And then they hit me, and I'm like, oh! And I'm gonna, True Blade! And I'm gonna rage, and I get 2 attacks.
Can anyone else tell that Gozer has a disease now, or?
No, not even Gozer really knows.
I have a 24 and a 19 to hit.
Both hit.
That is 11 points of damage and 6 points of damage.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna whack on one of them.
Last in order is Brendel, who is also going to kind of back up a little bit following Faldrin's lead here. And he will shoot a firebolt at the assassin that is engaged with Shaft. And unfortunately does miss. Kind of aims a little high as it hits the side of the dam and kind of snuffs out against the watery surface. And then right back to the top with Faldrin.
Okay. So the Shaft attacked the assassin and did some damage, right?
Yep, some really good damage.
So all of them have been damaged. I'd kind of like to use a spell, but probably gonna hurt my friends as well if I were to use it. So maybe not that one.
Yeah, I think they could take it. Brendel's out of the way, so he'd be okay with it.
Yeah, your friend is out of the way. Your acquaintances might get hurt.
Bryn's next to you. She's cool.
Hey, Leland, I think I might have made a mistake. Did the assassin get attacked? Did it get hurt before I hit it?
Actually, they all did because they took falling damage, so you're fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Thanks.
You know what? This is an evocation spell, and I'm allowed to sculpt areas of safety, right? Yeah, so that'll be all right.
I believe your sculpt is 1 plus the spell's level, if I recall. You may need to double check that.
That is correct.
That's the number of friendlies you can protect.
Okay.
Right.
So 1 plus... Okay, so... So
And I think
3.
that allows them to save. Like if you do fireball, they'll save, but they'll still take half damage. If you look it up.
Yeah, let's double check.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. No.
He's looking at Shatter, and it's gonna tell everybody where we're at. He's smiling, though. Oh my god.
I just love Shatter. It's so good.
Ugh. Don't do it.
So, yes, you can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level. The chosen creatures automatically succeed on their saving throws against the spell, and they take no damage if they would normally take half on the successful save. So you do fully protect them.
Okay. So a 10-foot radius from Shaft would include all 3 of them. Is that right? Based on the grid we have here?
Yes, absolutely.
So, okay. Let's get shattered.
Don't do it.
So it's going to be a blisteringly loud noise. It's going to erupt from a point that I choose, which is going to be actually on Shaft, so that it will
Okay, I gotcha.
hit all 3 of these guys. And they must make a Constitution saving throw. And on a fail, they take 3d8 thunder damage. Or half if they succeed.
Okay, well, the assassin got a natural 20, so he definitely succeeded. And one of the blades also got a natural 20, and the other got...
What? Rigged. Show it or it didn't count.
other one got an 18, so they all save, so they'll take half damage.
Okay.
And Shaft is completely protected.
Do you want me to roll once?
You
for all of it,
roll
or-
one time, yeah, you roll once. These are, I mean, clearly undead. Undeads generally have strong constitution.
I did not know that. Okay. So 14 is the damage.
Okay, so everyone's going to take 7. Hey, it's still 21 damage. You just metered it out, technically.
Yeah, dog.
And are you doing anything else? Would you like to move anywhere?
I'll take... What's my distance from the big guy, the assassin, who's beside Shaft?
It's like 20 feet away from you. Each of those squares is 5 feet, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
15 to 20 feet.
So I'm going to step...
Close enough where if it wanted to go after you, it could reach you.
Yeah. I'm going to step back one and to my left one, so I'm basically right beside Brendel, just to the left of him.
Okay. Thuft is gonna take a shot again here. Both of his swords. Okay, yes, finally gets a 19 on one of them. So one hits, and for another 4 damage against the guy directly in front of his king there. Bryn. So you said Barry. So Barry's gonna go. He's gonna claw
Yeah.
Ravenous.
He better. I'd steal him for nothing.
Can we get a replay of that?
Lashes out with a claw and then tries to bite. Oh boy.
Come on,
I
Barry.
think Elena should be rolling for Barry, not Leland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's my
unfortunately,
Barry.
Elena doesn't have the stats. Barry critically fails on the bite, so he'll bite
Are
Thuft.
you
Barry.
kidding?
Deals
Can't you just bite the wall?
3 piercing damage to Thuft. Yeesh. And his claw also misses with an 8.
Did Gozer see that happen?
Yeah, she would have. She's standing right there. So, Bryn, you're up.
Don't attack Barry. He's on our side.
I don't know that now.
Gozer crushes it. Just goes back to being a figurine.
All right, so they're all engaged with somebody, so I get sneak attack on anyone I choose.
That's right.
Which one looks the worst?
So, make a perception check.
19.
So it looks like the one directly in front of Gozer is like almost like kind of like it's starting to like fall apart.
If I were to take an arrow to him, could it potentially cleave through to the next guy, or would I have to get out?
You just have
my-
to reposition a little bit, but you could
Okay.
potentially line yourself up.
So let's line up, like there or something. Does that look okay? To shoot an arrow.
No, so you'd have to put yourself into like a direct line with them.
Okay, I'm like right on the wall there then.
Okay, so you moving there will give you disadvantage on this attack because you are within 5 feet of the assassin.
So I can't line them up.
You can. I'm just saying.
Like right here? Does that count? Can
No.
I be on the right there?
No.
Where can I be?
You could be where you were before, you just have disadvantage.
Those
I'm
two.
going to stand next to Gozer and get my cutlass out and try to slash the guy.
Okay.
So I'm no longer at disadvantage, correct?
No, you're good because you got a melee weapon, so you're fine.
That's a 20.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit.
Because my cutlass is still a +6, right?
That's correct. Yes, your dex plus your proficiency, exactly.
So then I get a d8 plus 3d6. 21 damage.
Yeah, and you slice right into it, and it just kind of goes limp for a second,
Okay?
and it just slumps to the ground, and you've downed it now.
That's it. It doesn't hit the other guy anyway.
You, unfortunately, you have to be within 5 feet of the person you would cleave into, right? Like, it's the second guy next to it is 10 feet away from you. If you were in Gozer's position, you may have been able to get the
But we
cleave
can't both occupy that space.
right. No, you
correct?
can't, no.
Okay. Dang. Alright.
I mean, you killed one of them.
Did kill one, yeah, it's still good.
I really wanted to I just really wanted to cleave and he made it so difficult on me and then I found a way that I thought I could do
Well,
it and I
it's-
still couldn't do it.
It's partly just the spatial orientation of all of us right now. There's just not an easy way to do it.
I'm tiny, I could fit in there.
Yeah, but Gozer's big.
Grande.
So, did you want to take your bonus action to disengage anywhere, or are you fine where you are currently?
Yeah, I'll run back to the mouth of the cave, kind of like right to the opening there.
So next up is the assassin, still dealing with Shaft here. It's just again gonna swipe at you with some daggers here. First attack is only an 11. Second attack is an adjusted 20.
Okay, yeah, that's going to hit.
So 4 piercing damage
All right.
and 3 poison damage.
Okay.
And could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
20.
Okay. And you're up.
So this guy, you said he's got barnacles on him and he's sort of nasty looking?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to take my cutlass and I'm going to sort of slide over there and try to de-barnacle him off his shoulder a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to be a 14 to hit.
That is a hit.
20 points of damage.
Damn.
And then I'm going to take my second attack and I'm going to try to poke right in through his little squishy ribs with my rapier and get him, poke him through his stomach. Or no, try to get to his heart. That would be a 14 to hit.
Okay. So your second hit, yeah, just stabs right into it, and you kind of see his arms drop. Mm-hmm. And as you retract your blade, he just kind of, almost like as if he like gives his head a bit of a shake, and he just kind of rights himself back up and looks like he's still prepared to fight. Take your third attack.
Ah, it's a crit.
There you go.
Do we get another badger?
No, that's on initiative, but
That would be 23 points of damage.
dang.
And you have also downed this dagger-wielding, bloated, zombie-looking thing.
Do they still have their armor and stuff on?
Yeah, some of them do.
So I'll pull my rapier out, and then I'll brush it off on his pickled skin. And did I happen to get one of his barnacles off the barnacle board?
Yeah, you got quite a few actually. That was
Okay.
exposed gray flesh underneath it.
And do they look just like internally like they've been dead for some time? Does it have a stench?
No, but actually instead of blood, it's actually oozing this black slime.
Oh,
Ah.
great.
Interesting.
Do you say anything about that to us?
Not yet.
Okay.
I just killed him.
So the last blade now gets to take its turn here. And it's just going to, now it's actually going to turn on Thuft here. Just try to swipe with his long sword here. Definitely gets a 23 to hit.
And I'll get a reaction too when you're done.
Yep, go for it.
That's only a 10.
10 is a hit.
Oh, it is. Wow. Yay. Don't attack Soft! That is 11 points of damage.
Ooh, good hit. Thuft, though, takes 11 damage himself and has to make a Constitution saving throw. That is a fail for Thuft. And then Gozer, you're up.
Ah, don't attack Soft! 2 hits on the last one standing there. 20 and 17. 22 total damage.
Okay, yeah, you definitely put it down and drop out of initiative now as the threat seems to be quelled here.
Soft okay? Soft hurt?
Thuft, okay? He's kind of holding like a wound on his shoulder. King okay?
King okay.
And Bryn, so Barry, now that the combat is
Yeah.
over, just kind of shrinks and transforms back down into the wooden idol.
I go over to Barry and I pick him up and I'm like, "You're useless." throw it in my bag. Blake Lakely, of course, giving us useless crap.
I want to walk over to one of these bodies and take a closer look. See if there's anything interesting I can see or...
Sure. What exactly are you looking for?
I just want to kind of study what their skin looks like, what their wounds look like. Maybe see if there's any comparisons I can make to that little bunny experiment we did earlier.
Yeah, are there any bunnies nearby?
Yeah, there's tons of bunnies. Now, 100 bunnies come dropping over the edge of this to get revenge.
Dip them in the blood of the undead. See what happens.
So, Falzer, why don't you roll me a medicine check?
What about Brendel? Does he know medicine?
And Brendel, unfortunately, does not. He could try if you would ask him to. Could roll himself, but
So I got an 8.
okay, Brendel will certainly try. Okay, well, Brendel doesn't do much better. He gets an 11.
I was gonna say, Bryn's like, I know things.
Sure.
So she rolls a medicine check.
Okay.
She at least gets an 11.
Okay, great. So Bryn and Brendel kind of come to the same conclusion as a little, or it's actually easy, I should say, to discern the wounds that you guys inflicted onto these things compared to wounds that were previously suffered, as you do spot on each of them like stab wounds that have seemed to turn the same kind of gangrenous black and green that the wound on the rabbit had turned once exposed to the black slime. Other than that, they seem to be just they look like the bodies look like they're waterlogged, basically.
Apparently they were killed, and they were brought back, just like the bunny.
Or maybe going in the black goo kills you and then brings you back. Like, we don't know. I killed the rabbit ahead of time, so we didn't really find out.
That's what I think these previous wounds that we see here showed, that they were probably killed.
Okay.
And then they have the black goo got into them in some way.
I'm a little bit nervous to climb a rope and go over an edge that's just probably damming up water. Like, there's gotta be another entrance or something.
I think Thuft is brave enough to do it.
Stuff need health potion first.
Stuff really hurt. Thuff that potion.
Yeah, Thuft, why don't you use that potion I gave you?
And he will kind of pop the cork and down the health potion for 6 points of healing. Thuff feel a little better. Thuff can try climb rope.
How potion taste?
Tastes healthy.
Potion got from frogs was gross.
This one tastes okay.
Okay. Climb rope.
Okay, so Thuft will attempt to climb this rope. And with the aid of the rope, it does lower the DC. And you see him kind of grab it and... rope's soggy. He just kind of squishes as he grabs it, and a little bit of droplets kind of squeezed out of it as he's climbing. And he does manage to make it to the top.
Soggy wet or soggy ooze?
Do you ask? Is that what you asked, Thuft?
Yeah.
So at the top, Thuft kind of looks at his hands. No black stuff. And he holds up his hands to you.
Good.
Rope's attached on the other end. It's big up here. Lots of water.
Anything else moving up there?
I thought I don't see anything.
Can you see, like, is there any light other than your night vision, your dark vision? Is there any torches or anything up there?
No, Thuft's not seeing any light.
Is there any dry land, or is it just a pool of water?
Lots of water. It looks like the tunnel, it keeps going.
Yeah, but is there a way for us to get down and not be swimming in this goop?
Water right up to the edge.
Yeah, but is there black stuff?
It looks the same as the little stream.
Yeah, so there's black stuff. We can't hop in that water.
Is there a boat?
Thuft don't see boat.
Can wizard break wall?
I could try, but I doubt it. This is a pretty thick-looking wall.
Oh, what could you?
I mean, I shattered those guys a little while ago.
You
Thought that was
shattered
pretty
guys
good.
but no shatter wall?
No, this is a thick wall, Gozer.
Thuft's wizard break wall. I'm afraid I can't do that, Thuft. How thick is it up there? Well, it's about this thick. And he holds his arms, stretches his arms out, about twice that thick.
I climb the rope.
All right.
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
Okay. I'll let you check it out, Shaft, but I have a feeling we're gonna have to find somewhere else to go.
14.
All right, yeah, you're able to get up there and to the top. And you can see now, once you've hit the top of it, that the width of this dam is it's like 20 feet wide. So it's this large, basically this 20 by about 40 foot kind of top, like platform almost at the top of this.
So I'm gonna look at both sides of the dam where it hits the cave wall, where it seems to me there should be a door, or it would make sense to be a door, and sort of check for hidden passages if I don't see anything on both of those.
Okay,
both
make
sides.
me an investigation check.
16 on the, let's say on the right side from where I am. Sorry, you want me to make the other one too?
Yeah, go for it.
And that would be a 13.
So, inspecting either side of these walls, you don't detect any hidden passages. There are no obvious openings. It just looks like the side of this cave, and it does though upon inspection look as it's very smooth, as if it's been tooled and carved.
I'll put my goggles on so I can see a little further. And is that all just water behind where it's black there?
Yes. So now for you at the top here, you see the water level is maybe a few inches below the other side of this dam. It's right to the top. So the height of this dam being 30-ish feet, this water level has significantly risen. Obviously, the dam serving its purpose. And you kind of see the rope has been attached by this grappling hook that had been kind of thrown up and snagged on the edge of the inner side of this dam. And as far as your dark vision can make out, you just see this tunnel just keeps going. Basically this oasis of water just kind of running along this tunnel. But in the very middle of this top of this dam, you do see about this foot in diameter kind of circle and this indentation of a 6-pointed star.
Okay. Looks like these guys that we just killed had thrown a grappling hook up here, and they climbed up here, and then probably were killed and fell into the water. So there is a symbol up here, a 6-pointed star type of thing. I'm going to take a closer look at it. And I'm going to look at it and see if there's anything is there any way this could be manipulated, or could it possibly become some kind of a manhole type cover or a portal?
All right, make me another investigation.
14.
So, inspecting it now more closely, you can kind of see peering inside. It's a very large opening. It's not a small kind of thing. But inside, it looks like they're kind of reminiscent of oversized tumblers, like you would in a lock, right? And as if maybe something is much like a key would into a keyhole, something inserted into this contraption and turned or used in whatever fashion this key would require to possibly manipulate this dam.
Would the key be something that's pretty large?
It
or
does. It's
regular
very, again, this basically from one point to the other, it's about a foot of this. So that's the size of this star, right?
Yeah. So some kind of a I'm thinking something you stick into it and you turn it like a wheel of some kind, something rather large.
Right. Absolutely.
Something more than one person would probably carry, kind of thing.
Possibly.
So looking around, I don't see anything like that, or laying on the other side of the dam, or everything's pretty clean up here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up there, Shaft?
Some kind of a thing you could probably stick in here and maybe open the dam up, or something. It's like a keyway kind of thing. It's a big thing. Probably something you would turn to open and release the water.
You guys want me to pick the lock?
I'm interested in seeing what this looks like.
It's pretty big. I mean, it's going to take something relatively large, about a foot in diameter, probably to stick in there. Something large. Is there any in the dam here? Does it look like a solid wall, or did you say there was some kind of doorways that could be opened up on the dam?
So yeah, so the dam itself, it's like these sections of 30 foot tall by about 10 feet wide, almost like concrete slabs, and you see that they kind of overlap, kind of like this phalanx shape.
Okay.
Where they overlap seems to be like this kind of seam, and that's kind of where the water is leaking through.
So I could if I thought about it, would I come to the conclusion, or at least think that those could be opened in some way?
Could definitely put together that, oh, okay, maybe these are just kind of almost like they would swing open, possibly with manipulation of the particular key that's needed.
So it looks like there's a way we could, if we find this key that opens a dam up, we could probably let the river flow, but seems like it would be sort of useless to open it back up and say we're done here. Somebody would just come and close it again, so...
Bryn's gonna hop up and take a look.
Would ooze flow too?
Yeah, there's ooze up in the water, right?
Yeah, there is, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like down there. There's a bunch of it up here, though.
So anybody that would like to climb up can make me a strength check, please.
Bryn rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, you're up there.
18.
And Falzern, you managed to get up there.
I want to look at the law.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys both see a similar thing, of which Shaft kind of described. This large star, 6-pointed star, and it kind of, judging the distance, like it inserts into the top of this dam, maybe like a foot or so. And again, you see these kind of it's like almost like this ring of tumblers in the insertion point.
Is anyone still down by the dam?
So right now, Gozer and Brendel are still down. I believe the rest of you are up here.
Correct.
I mean, I'm going to suggest we don't do anything with this right now.
Well, I just want to see if I can figure out the lock.
Yeah, but if you open it up, first off, we're going to not be able to get out of here because there'll be water down there too with the black stuff in it. Number two, it'll alert them to our attention, anybody that killed these other guys.
Well, don't you think Falzern already did that?
Well, if so, then probably the best thing is not to stick around here, right? We're just going to have the same thing happen to us.
Well, I think the other thing is this dam isn't necessarily the root problem here. It's this black slimy liquid that we need to figure out where that's coming from.
Well, someone's also not letting water through the dam.
It would be best to destroy the dam so they can't just come and shut the water off to the city once again.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we need to... I looked around. I didn't see any hidden doors or anything. I mean, you guys are welcome to check, but other than that, I think we need to find the source of who created this thing.
I agree.
All right, let's go down and try to figure out.
I mean, you guys want to look around, see if you can see anything hidden passageways?
I'll look around before we go, but I know I agree with you. There's nothing we're gonna do up here. So my perception's only 9.
Yeah, and there is very little up here. You also see the attachment point of the rope and the grappling hook, and other than the star in the top of this dam, there's nothing else up here.
Does that star look familiar to us, like when we did our perceptions and investigation, or?
I don't think so. I mean, it's just kind of a very, very, it's very plain. It's not like anything ornate. It's
okay. Just didn't know if we'd seen that symbol before.
No, I don't believe that specific symbol doesn't mean anything to any of you.
I haven't seen it on Blake Lakely's desk or anything on a piece of paper.
No, you have not. Good question, though. That was a good question.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be something weird that would happen to me.
I'm going to go back down the rope.
So yeah, how do we get down?
Slimy slide.
Yeah, you guys could get down there. If you all would just roll me another strength check to pop down.
11.
Yeah, same.
12.
Oh yeah, you guys all, and Thuft rolls a 16, so he's good. So yeah, you guys easily get back down to the bottom here. So just kind of judging by your general knowledge of the world map that one of you must have and have been consulting this entire time. What's depicted on the map is this river cutting through this hillside, and at least by the scale of the map, it looks to be about 10 or so miles of how far this river travels underground. Again, depicted by whatever cartographer deigned appropriate to draw on his specific world map. Well, and you guys also know that if needed, like obviously in Port Randus, some type of boat, like even if it's just a little rowboat, could easily be procured if needed.
Okay, I'd like to let's discuss this for a second. We've got the reason we came here was really not to worry about undamming the river, right? I mean, it's 150 gold if we help out the town. We go in, we open this up, the water flows, we go back. Somebody's just going to turn it off again. The real reason you're here is for the treasure.
Yeah, the treasure. So maybe we go to where the river meets the mountain and goes under?
Well, I mean, if where the treasure is over the water and into this cave somewhere, I mean, what's his name? Frederick told me there was potentially some kind of a treasure area, a cave or a dungeon of some kind, where he had heard that this treasure was located. It's obviously not here.
No, so maybe we should go to the other known opening, which is where the river cuts through.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I just
Okay.
don't think we need to get in the water here, and
And you're
there's no
good in the
reason to go
hills,
back.
Shaft, so I mean, you can lead us through the hills.
Yeah, I think we need to look for some kind of other cave. I mean, it made sense to me. What doesn't make sense to me is somebody would come here and turn this key and turn the water on and off. If they turned it back on, they would have to get in the water. There's no doors or anything. It'd be stuck up there unless they got into the water somehow. So, I mean, I looked around, I didn't see any doors, so there's got to be another way, a pathway or something.
Do we know where this river leads to?
No. I mean, we have a map. I mean, sort of a...
You mean comes from?
I mean, it eventually goes to Pisces. Right? Or close to it.
Which is kind of the right direction for Falzarin and his dealings.
I mean, if you look here on this scribble we got, it looks like it's under the mountains for, I don't know, what, 10 miles or so, and then goes out to a lake on the other side, or a small lake.
Let's try to navigate towards that lake and see if there's more openings that way. Maybe with some solid ground where we can walk in and... I don't know, I wish Frederick would have given you more info, but I understand it's
I think we need to find the source of this black,
top secret.
murky liquid here, and I bet you there'll be more answers when we find where that's coming from.
Yeah, if we get to the other side and the water looks fine there, that means something within this mountainous cave is where it's creating this black stuff.
Alright, Shaft, show us the way.
All right, let's go. We go out and work our way up the mountainside, or whatever the best path is, to sort of figure out approximately where the river would be underneath.
Okay, so do you want to be traveling on the northern side of this river?
I think so.
Yes.
Because it's kind of where the hills meet the flatter land, right? Maybe do like the foothills instead of straight through.
Yep, that's true.
Put this a little bit farther from Zexa, too.
Oh, now you're worried about Zexa.
I don't know why we're worried about Zexa at all anymore.
I don't know. Who knows what Falzarin's doing?
Okay, so you guys basically cutting through to where the terrain gets more flat and more grasslandy then?
But stay right there. Stay right there on the hills. I mean, I'm trying to surmise where the water goes in and out, and we know that goes into that cave on the hill. So.
Okay. So you guys start to travel for about another hour, and Thuft kind of like starts really scratching around one of the wounds he took, and he kind of peels back a bit of his tunic, and on his skin is kind of broken out into these boils that look very reminiscent of kind of the barnacle things that seem to be growing out of those drowned zombie things.
Oh crap! Kill him, Gozer.
King, what's wrong with me?
Hold on, Gozer got hit too.
What wrong with Thuft?
He's got that crap on him. Kill him.
It looks like where he got hit. Gozer, didn't you get hit? Where'd you get hit?
Gozer got hit. I'm going to pull my furs aside to look at my shoulder. Gozer got hit here.
Your skin seems to be fine.
What happened to my Thuft?
Stuff don't feel so good. And that's our show. Our intro and outro music was created by Josh Jarvis. For your own musical inquiries, contact jamesmercymusic@gmail.com. All other music and ambient noise is courtesy of tabletopaudio.com. The Incorrigible Party is sponsored by Critical Hit Design. Visit criticalhitdesign.com for all of your graphic design needs. You can find more info on the characters and world at incorrigibleparty.com. Enjoying the show? Have any questions or rules corrections? Email us, contact@incorrigibleparty.com, or reach out on social media. The Incorrigible Party on Facebook and Instagram, @IncorrigiblePar on Twitter, using the hashtag AfterPartyIP for a shout out during our behind the screen after party episodes that drop every 4th release. Happy adventuring!